Hello and welcome to today's word. It's a beautiful word and you'll all love it. And I want us to think certain times in our lives when we find ourselves in a situation where in that situation which is already bad, there's someone else behind you who doesn't care what the pain you are going through or the kind of brokenness that you are going through, but they are there, usually say, to add salt into the injury. They are there to provoke you. They are there to push you to the wall. And when such things happen, because they do happen in our lives, what do you do? And today, our reference story will be taken from Samuel, a story we know too well. First Samuel from verse 1, and we'll be reading because it's a long story, so we will read it in bits. And so my name is Grace, and I'm excited to be here. So let's jump in the word. And we are introduced to this man called Elkanah. And according to the word, Elkanah, he had two wives. He had Peninnah and he had Hannah. And the word says that year after year, now that is First Samuel, and I'm reading from let me start from verse 2, so that we can be able to go together. I've said the husband now of these two ladies, his name is Elkanah, and he had two wives. One was called Hannah and the other Peninnah. Peninnah had children, note this, Peninnah had children and Hannah had none. Now, we are being told about these wives. We don't know them, but the one is really doing a good job of telling us about these ladies whom we have no information about, but now we are getting it. And so year after year, this man went up from his town to worship and sacrifice to the Lord Almighty at Shiloh, where Hophni and Peninnahs, the two sons of Eli, were priests. And so now there's something else that we have known about this family. This family, it's a prayerful family. They worship God. And that is why year after year, they were going to worship. They could move, they used to move from their town to worship and sacrifice to the Lord at this place they are called Shiloh. Now where these two guys, sons of Eli, were pleased of the Lord. And whenever the day came for Elkanah to sacrifice, he would give portions of the meat to his wife Peninnah and all her children. And this means these portions, they were being given according to your children. The wife will get her portion, and then the children will also get the portions. And so Peninnah will be given her portion, and all her sons and daughters will get their portions too. But there is a problem, because in the beginning with Hannah had no children. And so what will happen? But to Hannah, he gave a double portion because he loved her. He would give her two portions because now she does not qualify to be given the portion of children because she didn't have children. And the Lord had closed her womb. Because the Lord had closed Hannah's womb, her rival is her co-wife Peninnah, kept provoking her in order to irritate her. And today, I want us to look around in our lives even before we go too far. What is it that the Lord has closed in your life? And what is it that your enemy or whoever your Peninnah is? Because each one of us, we have our Peninnahs. Our Peninnahs can be so many things. It can be anything. It can be at your workplace. It can be your spouse. It can be your children. It can be an illness, something that really pushes you, something they usually say pushes you to your limit, something that does not care. It's like it has no emotions. It doesn't care the pain you are going through. Its motive, it's to harm you more. And we can see this lady Peninnah, she's really good at it. And I can imagine, despite everything, they are going together. Hannah is happy. He has the husband. There's always that, that gap, There was always that gap when she saw his husband, Elkanah, now giving Peninnah her portion and the portions of her daughters and sons. Of course, it reminded her she doesn't have a son of her own or a daughter. And I think that always on its own, it triggered something in her. But now to make the matter worse, there is this person now who is behind her, this Peninnah lady, and she is there to put, to add the salt on that pain that she's carrying, even if she's not talking about it. And sometimes we find ourselves in that in life. Things are already pressing us, and there's somebody, maybe even in real life, there are those who don't have children for one reason or the other, and the people they harm, the people you live with, or even your friends, others are asking you, when will you give birth? You are getting old, and you find yourself in a situation, this thing you have no control. The one that says here that, and let's see, because and the Lord had closed her womb. So Hannah had no control of her womb. And remember, her husband Elkanah, he had children with another wife. So Elkanah was not the problem, guys. Hannah was the problem. This one was not conceiving. This one was not giving birth because her co-wife had children. And I believe this was hurting her even more. And today, I know there's somebody who is having that situation that is beyond you. A situation where there is nothing you can do. Maybe it's your children. They are provoking you. You've tried to raise them in the best way that you know possible. Maybe it's your marriage. You've tried to be the best wife you can be. You've tried to be the best father you can be, but nothing seems to work. Maybe it's your business. You are giving it your all. You are doing all your calculations with, and nothing is working. The womb of that business is closed. It cannot conceive. Nothing is going on. It's like dead. It can't conceive anything. And we see the pain, when somebody says, hey, he started a business and it failed, he's careless, he is careless in the way he or she raises her children. And that is why they are turning to be this. While you know too well, you've done what is humanly possible and nothing seems to be working. And now you have to carry the pain. You have to carry the grief. You will cry alone and nobody can understand you, not even your husband. At this particular time, Anna is still getting by the sweet ones from her husband. But let's see, how long can she hold? How long can she hold on another person's comfort? How long? Because it's bound to break. It doesn't go for long. Because when you get to that point that enough is enough, I don't care whether you love me, I don't care whether you're there for me, I don't want your love. I want my child. I want God to open my womb. I want God to open my business. I want God to open the doors for my children. I want my family to stand. That is when you say, when you hit the reality, and when you know it's just you and your God. It's you who will push the doors open because you have the power to do so. And so this Peninnah lady, she's keep on provoking and irritating Hannah. But we see Hannah, what she's doing after all this after she's being provoked, I think she's as, no, I don't think she's as much ready, because instead of, when she's provoked, instead of, she could have thought of, responding to her and abuse her and tell her whatever one she wants. But I think those ones, yes, they hurt, but yet, guys, they are the truth. She doesn't have children. That is the truth. And so this went on year after year. She's pretty cool, Your family is not working, and you're just there, just cool. It's like you're kind of okay. Your marriage is in tatters, and you're like, it's okay. I'm doing my best. I'm trying. My business is not working well. I'm trying. And you are in that state of just doing it, whatever happens, that's what does happens. And so whenever Hannah went up to the house of the Lord, her rival provoked her. So whenever they go back there, it's like maybe not wherever you are working, and you go, and this person, the one person you don't want to meet, because whenever you meet, they will provoke you. They will tell you something that will hurt you to the it's like throwing a pin in your heart, and it will hurt you where it hurts most. But to them, it doesn't matter. But they are there for a reason. Maybe that is why when maybe it's your family, somebody is telling you, how could you allow your family to fail? And you think, maybe I did my best, but maybe you've not done your best yet, because it does not, so far so good. It has not hurt enough, because when it hurts enough, we'll see what happens. When it hurts enough, you'll wake up. It's like you are sitting on a needle, and you're like just getting by, and there's like a small wound. It's hurting, but it is not hurting enough for you to stand up. And you see, Hannah, whenever they went up to the house of the Lord, her rival provoked her till she wept and would not eat. You see, now it's she's judging. Now maybe before she could provoke her. The first time they said that she provoked her to irritate her. The one says that because the Lord had closed her womb, her rival kept provoking her in order to irritate her. Here she's not crying. She's provoking her. She's telling her names. You go there. You don't have children. And I can imagine maybe Hannah calls one of Peninnah's children to send her. And it's like, no, don't send my children. Get your own children. Can you imagine? You are already in pain, and you want somebody. You want somebody to help you in something, or something he has you don't have, and he's telling you, go fix your business. You want to help me with something from your business or some cash, go fix your business. And you're telling him maybe how your marriage is not working, how your children are going wild, and he's telling, go talk to your children, and the children cannot even hear you. But this excuse me, this rival, this Peninnah God has put in your life, she doesn't care. He doesn't care. He is on a mission to provoke you. And now we can see now Hannah is progressing. She is charging. Are you charging? Are you charging at the problem you have? Are you charging on your family not working? Are you charging on your business not working? Are you like, no, this is not going to be like this? Because what you don't fight, guys, you terrorists, you give it space. And this lack of child for Hannah, maybe she's good, she's good. And now we can see now she has gone a notch higher now. She would, whenever now her rival would provoke her, she wept and would not eat. Now she is getting it. I like this. Now it is getting somewhere. She is now to a point of where she's not even eating, because now this is becoming too much. Now I think she's thinking, what can I do? This thing will not continue like this. And listen here, what the husband Elkanah would say to her, Hannah, why are you weeping? I love you, the baby girl. Why don't you eat? Why are you downhearted? Don't I mean to you? Don't I mean more to you than 10 sons? And we can see Elkanah trying to comfort Hannah. It's okay. Maybe in life that is how it is. Your things are going so bad. And there's this friend, you tell her how your children are going wild, and they'll tell you, we understand. It's okay, God will help, we understand. even mine were. And there are people who are understanding in life, guys. And sometimes those people who understand, sometimes they understand too much. I don't think that they are really helping you, because you can find yourself in a situation where that understanding, it's making you to go in a comfort zone. And now we can see this. I'm not saying it's bad, it is her husband who is supporting her, but we'll still see how this love of her husband will take her. Because it comes a time, guys, when it becomes personal. You don't care whether it's your wife, whether it's your children, whether it's your best friend. If it becomes personal, guys, it becomes personal. It is your war. And now we can see the husband, that kind of guy, is trying to comfort her wife and telling her, don't I mean more than 10 sons to you? That is how much I love you. Let this thing of not having children do what? Disturb you. But will Anna do that? Are you going to do that? Are you going to know your family can stand and sit down and say, it's okay, this is God's will? Are you going to sit down and you know your children can do better? You can pray for them and you can cry to God and He can hear you. And you say, that is how all the teenagers, all the youths are. Are you going to sit down and watch your business go down and say, this is how this is how the economy is? Are you going to sit down and accept a comfort from another person whose business is failing, and you are joining together and comforting each other? Is that the way you are going to follow? Let's see what Anna does in her situation, and we'll see what we can do. And now, once they had finished eating and drinking in Shiloh, Hannah stood up. Now Eli the priest was sitting on his chair by the doorstep of the Lord's house. In her deep anguish, Hannah prayed to the Lord, weeping bitterly. I love this. Oh, I love this. Now Hannah has changed. I love the Hannah now. You can see the church. You can see the bitterness. They call it holy anger. You can see the bitterness, the cry, the pain. It's tangible. Now she's crying to the Lord. And I can imagine how she's telling Elkanah, I don't care whether you love me. I don't care. You mean more than I want son. I want my baby. And it's now, this is the time. And she is crying to the only one who she knows can give her the baby. Because Elkanah has been with her for so long, guys. And Elkanah has not given her a baby. So this conceiving thing, it's not about Elkanah. And that is when we get to it. When you know whatever you are doing, it's not about you. It's not about your education. It's not about your knowledge. It's not about your skills. It's not about your experience. It's only God who can give you the power to conceive, who can give you the knowledge, who can give you the understanding to do whatever is that you are supposed to do. But it's not by any means. It's not a human thing. And now we have seen it because Elkanah, no matter how much he loves Hannah, he has not been able to give her a child. Because if it was within her power, Hannah will be having children. And now she's crying, she's in bitterness, and she has known it. This Elkanah guy, no matter how much he loves me, my help will not come from him. And I love this. When just a time comes, guys, when nothing else matters, now all what matters is to cry to whom I know who can bring that mountain down, whom I know has the power to open every closed door, who I know has the power to open every business that has gone down. He has the power to restore. And that is the God. Now we can see Hannah crying to, guys, cry. Hannah cried. It's okay to cry. It's okay to be bitter, because when things get worse, guys, you have to look for a solution. Not unless you want just to be comfortable in your pain. You want to be comfortable while your rival is provoking you. And listen this. And she made a vow, saying, Lord Almighty, if you will only look on your servant miserly and remember me, not forget your servant, but give her a son, Ulam, and give her a son. Then I will give him to the Lord for all the days of his life, and no laser will ever be used on his head. Now Hannah is becoming personal, guys. When was the last time you get personal with your issue? And when you told God, when you fix this, oh Lord, I'll do A, B, C, D. And now we see Elkanah. Now Hannah does not care about his husband Elkanah. Now he's crying to God, because it is God who has the power to give her the son. And he's saying, God, if you give me a son, if you give me a child of God and a baby boy, Lord, this boy, I will send it back to him, oh Lord, to serve you and to honor you all the days of his life, oh Lord. And now Elkanah, stay aside. This is my battle. This is my war. When is the last time something reached you to that point? When it comes like enough is enough. It's me and God. It's me. This battle has to be won. I have to cry because I know he hears. I have to cry to him because I know he has the power to open. He has the power to create. Because by the end of it, he is the creator. And once you get to know that, out of that revelation, that it's only God. It's not your employer. It is not your manager. It is not your children. It is not your business. It is not financials, It is nobody else. It's only God who has the power to open that closed door, guys. You will cry to him day and night. You will weep bitterly like this guy, this Hannah, woman did. She cried bitterly. It's okay to cry. It's okay to open. It's okay to tell God, no, enough is enough. I am not going to stay childless again while I know you have the power to give me the child. And we can see a merciful God who hears our prayers. And such a prayer, God, he doesn't just let it pass. He listens to that broken heart. You can see the brokenness of Hannah. The other one says, and she was weeping bitterly. She prayed to the Lord and wept, and she was weeping and she wept bitterly. That weeping, guys, that it's emotion. She's expressing her emotions. It is pain that's now making her to cry. And God can see her heart. God can see your heart this morning. Maybe you are weeping over something. Maybe you've said that enough is enough. I'm going to cry to you, oh Lord. And you are there, going there with boldness and conviction, oh Lord, that whenever you ask him, he hears. You already know that he says, call unto me and I'll answer you. And so when you go before God, guys, you are not going to try. You are not going to see whether if he will. You are going there convinced that he will. You are so certain that he will deliver you. He will give you that business. He will deliver your children. He will restore your marriage. He will restore your health. He will do it because he is a creator. He is the one who brings back to life what is dead, and he brings to existence what does not exist. If you just have that revelation, you will be able to go before God with confidence and with boldness, knowing that he will do just that for you. And today, I want to ask you, for how long are you going to stay in your comfort where someone else, maybe even it is your partner, who is telling you it's okay to stay with that disease, it's okay to stay with that illness, it's okay that anger, it will not go on its own. You have to cry to God. That illness, it will not go on its own. Don't get comfortable with it because somebody is comforting you. There is a higher power. There is a higher power that is able to remove that pain. There is a higher power that is able to open every door, every womb that is closed, and give you victory. But if you settle for less, if you settle for comfort, if you settle for this, don't I mean more than 10 cents to you? If you listen that and settle to that, guys, that will be your downfall. I have no problem somebody comforting you, but is there another way of doing it? You are comforted. You still comfortable in your pain, and there is a way out, which is more better. It doesn't matter whether it's your friend who is comforting you, but if there is a one who can do it better, if there is a savior who can save you, who knows, why stay in the pain and your friend cannot get you out? Elkanah could not give Hannah a child because it was beyond him. It was not his business. And that revelation of Hannah knowing, this Elkanah guy, he loves me so much. He will give the world for him, for me. He is giving me double portions. But that is the far he can go. And now the thing I need, it's not about him. It's about my maker. And I love her. She stood up and started to cry to God. And guess what? God will hear her, and God will will open her womb, and God will give her a child. We'll continue with this story because it's a long story. So we'll do it in series and we'll see from then what happens next. But today I'm telling you, we've reached to a place where now Hannah has woken up. She said enough is enough. And today I want you to reach that point where enough is enough. I cannot stay here another second. It is time to stand up. It is time to cry. It is time to stop looking solace from people. It is time to cry to God because He has your answer. Wake up and let's meet on the next series as we continue with this journey. You will love it. So God bless you so much. And remember to share with somebody who might be going through pain or who is getting comfortable in the pain, thinking that is the end. That is not the end. There is a way out as we continue to see God is faithful and merciful. Thank you so much. And remember to subscribe.